Continuing on the discussion round, the big question before us is whether you have specific type of products for which you would choose branded items, and other types of products for which you would rather go for unbranded items. For this question, the ideal answer would be something like this. This is the student version. Please note, student's answer is coming. Now, in my case, for high technology products, I believe the branded items may be inherently superior in terms of technology used itself. So I would rather go for branded items, because high technology may not be accessible to smaller companies and lesser brands. So for a high-tech product, I would always choose a branded item. Whereas for products with esteem value or fancy value, I may not choose branded items. This may not be the case with all. There are a lot of people, maybe especially from the feminine gender, who would rather prefer branded products for lipsticks, for nail polish, for dresses, for other cosmetics or whatever. So here, since high technology is not involved, the value may be purely esteem value or brand value. There may not be any inherent product value attached to it. Next question from the interlocutor. Do you think using a branded item gives you a better image in society among your friends and colleagues? Or is it just a folly or an illusion or a fantasy? Is it real? The answer from the student. Please note, the image value or esteem value in itself could be a fantasy. If many of your friends feel that when you use a branded shirt or a cooler or a cooling glass, you are actually considered belonging to the elite group. When that is the common notion, it may not be a complete folly to use a branded item, because it does what it is supposed to. It gives you a high image. So even if it is just a folly, it could still be real, because an image is all about what others think of you. If by using a branded product, a branded cooling glass, it gives you a high image amongst your friends, it's serving its purpose. Okay. But then the fact of the case is, the product in itself may not have any superiority to a lesser brand. It's all about brand image and brand value. Okay. Now we have finished our discussion round in continuation to the previous episode. Please note, here the student was so insightful, and he got so much into the topic that he got very convincing answers. For this kind of response, there is absolute surety that you will get a band 9. Band 9, as you know, is the perfect band, the highest band in IELTS. You cannot do better than that. For this kind of an answer, most probably you will get a band 9. If at all, you lose some decimals in band, you may land up with 8.5 or something like that. Okay? So the reason why we always prefer dual role plays by the faculty rather than make a role play of a faculty and a student is that this may not give you the perfect answer, because the student answers are always deficient in one aspect or the other. It may be deficient in conceptualization. It may be deficient in presentation. It may be deficient in composition, whatever. So that's why we are trying to give you dual role plays with the faculty himself. Okay, so try to practice this topic. You can spend any amount of time practicing, there is no hassle. But in the real discussion round, you have to do it impromptu. There is no thinking time. As soon as the faculty puts the question across to you, you got to start answering. It's not like cue card, where you get 1 minute's thinking time. There's nothing here. Impromptu. You can say that in the cue card presentation, it is extempore. Extempore means you get some thinking time before starting to speak. Whereas the discussion round is impromptu. IMPROMPTU. Impromptu means you got no thinking time. You're going to start immediately. So that makes it slightly difficult, but practice makes perfect. Good luck to you. Thank you very much.